Muy buenos a todos y a todas, bienvenidos a TriSPGaming. Yo soy MSP y aquí seguimos con Kingdom Come Deliverance, que nos habíamos metido en el monasterio, que hacía un par de días ya que no jugábamos, que no jugaba nada. A ver, hemos visto que esto es robar, o sea, aquí nos pone como que va a venir, coger esto es robar. Tenemos que investigar dónde está Pío. Descubrir cuál de los novicios es Pío. Vale. Vale. Hermano Celarius.
Praise be to Christ, brother.
I'm looking for something.
And what would...
No, nothing.
No está hablando de eso. A ver.
I'd like to ask.
¿Quién está al cargo? Esto es ya lo que vimos el otro día.
Abbot Peter is the administrator of the monastery, but you won't...
And what happens when the old abbot dies?
Then...
Are there any candidates?
Yes, there are. Brothers John and Nevlas. Cursed elections. Since the brothers began talking about them, there's only been strife in the
Y creo
monastery.
que hablamos con el otro y creo que Nevlas era el que apoya.
Brothers who'd like to see John as abbot. On the other, those who support Nevlas.
I'd like to know about Nevlas.
Nevlas manages the monastery's property. He doesn't have the most experience.
Vale, sí, este era el mejor.
Perhaps he's too keen to change our routines here, which many brothers don't.
El bueno era Nevlas, porque Ioannes lo que quería era mantener los privilegios que tienen los más
Tell me about
altos.
John.
John is a circator, and the...
Why does it matter?
Because the older brothers...
I thought politics.
You're right. But we know nothing but...
Are there ever any?
Unfortunately.
Tell me something
Vale,
about.
que dicen que me da igual.
Tell me something.
Prayer.
Can you tell me something?
7 centuries ago, Saint Benedict of Nursia wrote a collection of monastic rules which we still follow today. The fundamental precepts are obedience, work, and prayer. We're fully...
Do you never want to know what's going on out?
And what should be going on? The sky is just as blue and the grass is just as green. Perhaps the rule is...
I'm interested.
It was founded...
Heretics, you.
They wanted to worship God with some foreign rituals. In a language...
What are the roles?
Well, the abbot is...
Whoa.
As...
Esto me
What can you
interesa.
tell me about the novices?
What can I say? You're here to demonstrate your devotion to God and live a monastic life. After a year...
I meant something specific about the brothers that are here.
But you know them yourself? Yodok is an odd one, but he's diligent and eager. Perhaps too eager. Siskin is good company, but a bit too worldly for...
Yo creo que con el que
Antonius is
hablamos.
hardworking and will help with anything, but prays less than he ought.
Lucas, me interesa.
Lucas is as quiet as a...
Who would you like to?
I've thought long and hard about it, and...
Who would you like?
Brother John, obviously. No one's interested in Nevlas and his new...
Why such haste?
Vale. Que ha cambiado de repente la música. ¿Por qué ha cambiado de repente la música?
Watch your step, brother.
¿Esta es mi habitación? La verdad es que no tiene mucha pinta.
And now they hurt again.
Tú.
Worse than last.
Lucas, amigo.
I'm
hermano,
Gregor, a
leyenda.
novice. I saw you at the ceremony.
I know. It was hard not to notice you.
And you are?
Lucas, also a novice. Don't get upset, but I don't want to talk to you.
Will you tell me something?
There's nothing.
I mean, where you're from, what sort of life you had before, that sort.
I'm a novice, and my monastic name.
Come on. Is there really nothing at all you can tell me?
I could, but I don't want to. I'm sorry. I want to stay focused on work and prayer, not on who I once was. What has been isn't important for us. We cast the past aside when we walked through the monastery gates and took.
I'd like to know.
I don't know.
Tell me about Antonius.
I'd like to, but there's nothing to tell.
If you could.
But I can't vote. So what's the point?
Madre mía, me cago en tu puta madre. Vale. Me cago en su cara, Me cago en tu cara, Lucas.
Ah, Gregor.
I'd like to ask you. Who's in charge? And what happens when.
Well, then we'll.
Bla, 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 bla.
Are there...
Bla.
Who would you like?
I've thought long and hard about.
Who would you like?
John, definitely. But compared to him, Nevlis is young and inexperienced.
Who would you?
John, definitely.
Who's in charge?
Me cago en mierda. Me cago en mierda, he dicho. O sea, me ha salido una palabra ahí súper rara.
Slow down, brother.
Este es Johannes, fíjate.
I'm Gregor and I'm new here.
I know. I saw you in the church during the ceremony.
What does that mean?
I make sure everyone observes the rule, does their work in the
And when it's not the way it
then we're authorized to mete out punishment.
I'd like to ask you. About.
Ask me anything.
Tell me some.
Nevlis is weak and toothless. He's full of hot hair. How anyone could think he'd make...
I'd like to know what.
Well, the young brothers feel they don't have the same rights and responsibilities as we. Nevlis is...
Thank you for answering.
A ver, Nevlas, Antonius, monje. Antonio es el que nos ha enseñado. Vale, Antonio es el que nos ha enseñado las zonas. Monje. Hermano bibliotecario. Nevlas. Lucas. Bibliotecario. Por ahora es con alguien.
Gregor.
Is it possible to learn something about the other novices in the library?
Only the abbot and the prior.
And can I see them?
No. The abbot writes and keeps...
Is there anything?
I'm glad you asked. There's one thing. But not long ago, a brother brought me a crumpled piece of parchment. He says he found it rolled up in a hole in the
Una
wall.
página de Ovidio.
The thing is,
Ovid? What is that?
not what, but who. Ovid was a great Roman poet. We have a few volumes by him in the library, but one of... Now I believe I can guess what happened. Brother Eustace, may the earth rest slightly on him, was quite narrow-minded when it came to classical literature. If a book had any if he'd had his way, all such books would have been burned. Ovid's The Art of Love must have been such a thorn in his side.
Oh,
Absolutely. Eustace's wits weren't
Madre
sharp.
mía.
I imagine he hid them.
Calla. Bueno,
good.
¿por qué no?
Thank you, brother. It's of no great importance, but if you can find all...
10 páginas.
Where should I look?
If I knew, I wouldn't have asked you to do it. The pages of the book could be
Madre mía.
Can you tell me something?
The Art of Love is a sort of manual instructing young people how to find and maintain love. It's a lovely work.
Neflas.
I'm Gregor, a novice.
I know. I saw you at the ceremony. My name is Nevlis, and I'm the provost here. I'm in charge of the monastery's property, as well as handling trade with the outside world.
Es como
That means you get
el...
to leave the monastery.
el
No,
preboste.
not at all. I just write lists.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm the provost of this monastery. It's my job to ensure the monks live a humble life and that any surpluses go to the poor. But in reality, I spend all my time making sure my brother's gluttony and the construction of a new church don't swallow up the few resources we have left.
I'm interested in the...
You're not alone. Everyone's so worked up about that they spent no time...
Why? What's wrong with it now?
Many brothers think more about their stomachs than prayer. The older brethren bend the rules of the order to make them fit their interests. So, to balance the scales, they want the novices to lead exemplary lives.
What sins are you talking?
The scripture says that he who is without sin... I'm sorry, Gregor, it's not my place to speak of it.
Tell me something about...
A new abbot has to be elected once the old one dies. All the brethren can vote, with the exception of novices. The abbot's crozier will be... When he becomes abbot, a monk spends most of his time dealing with politics outside the monastery, instead of actually leading.
Can you tell me about Abbot...
Peter's wise in the ways of politics and a good shepherd, but as you've already heard, he's old and infirm. But you, brother, don't let yourself get involved.
With what?
I'm interested in medicine, and I know there's a cure for the abbot's ailment. With your help, I could find out the details, and together you and I...
Perfecto.
What do you need me for?
In order to get the recipe for this medicament, a few rules will need to be broken. Now you know, I, however, think if God sent us not just illnesses, but also the cure for Abbot Peter's illness could be contained in one of the books in our library. But it will certainly be amongst the Libri Prohibiti, the forbidden.
I'll bet they keep the tastiest morsels for themselves.
Why are they
Give
forbidden?
us the slop that's left over.
Because they contain occult and demonic practices, witchcraft and all manner of
vale.
evil.
Oh, the wine.
So some... It's nonsense, of course.
You'll see.
This is nothing but a
Use
book
the
of medicine,
with the new app.
albeit one written by a pagan. Ibn Sina, also known as Avicenna, is universally acknowledged to be a wise man. But here, at some point, someone decided his book was the work of a Saracen devil and must be kept under lock and key. Since then, no one can even talk about the book.
Avicena.
But the three wise men were from the East, were they not?
Where can I find it?
In the library, there's a large cabinet with a lock on it. The forbidden books are inside. You'll easily recognize what you're looking for. The cover has not only a lack... No one will notice if one book disappears, but if more were to vanish...
Is there anything you can tell?
There's a key to the cabinet in the prior's chambers. The librarian should have another one, or you can acquire some lockpicks. But I can't tell you where or how. Perhaps Brother Celarius could help.
Celarius. Los aposentos del prior. Los aposentos del prior.
Is there...
There's a key to the cabinet in the prior's chambers.
Why can't you...
Because I'm one of the highest-ranking monks here, and one day I'd like to become abbot.
You could just ask for it.
Do you honestly think I haven't tried? Unfortunately,
Things will get worse.
Celarius ha dicho que nos puede ayudar. A ver, Celarius.
One more important... They say Brother Celarius understands lock, but don't tell him why you need it.
Now they hurts again.
Once you have the... We'll soon have the election of the...
I tell you, something's gonna happen out there. You might be wrong. And besides, God will be opportunity.
Is there any way I could help?
What would you like to do? Climb up the
Please,
tower
please,
and shout?
Not exactly.
John isn't my opponent, he's my brother. But there is something you could help me with. You must know there's a great deal of iniquity here in the monastery.
Should I find out for you what's going on around here?
Let me make this clear. I want to base my candidacy on putting things in order.
Very good then.
Thank you, brother.
Madre mía.
What do you want?
I'd be interested to hear about any iniquity in the monastery.
I'd like to...
Madre mía, la cosa que nos están poniendo aquí de repente. Me cago en la madre que os parió. Debe infiltrarme en la biblioteca por la noche y robar un libro árabe del armario que contiene los libros prohibidos. El armario con los libros prohibidos estará cerrado, así que o consigo hacerme con la llave que lleva el hermano bibliotecario o fuerzo la cerradura. Pero... pero es que... Celarius. Circator estribo, este no. Monje.
What's your step?
Pues tengo que buscar al hombre este, ¿no?
Forbidden books must be in
You're
that
interested
cabinet.
in what's inside? Forbidden books, written by the devil himself. Forget about them.
No quiero.
What troubles you?
I'm Gregor.
I know. But I've no time for idle.
What, you do nothing else?
It is my penance and my blessing. And now, brother, if you don't...
Vaya. Es que ha dicho que estarían también en la sala del prior. Pero, ¿quién es el prior? No lo sé. Basta, ¿va?
It's a wonder the plier doesn't check everyone's breath in the morning. Then he'd soon get his medal.
¿Qué
My
mira ese
name's
hombre?
Gregor, a novice.
You can call me Siskin. Now, are you here of your own free will?
Did you say purgatory?
You'll see soon enough.
Will you tell me?
Look, nothing against you, but I prefer...
Are you hiding something?
I'm hiding a lousy past that I'd rather forget. I hate to think of all I lost when they stuck me in here. And also because I really hate the question, aren't you the son of the famed Sir Sil Flashka Pardubits? I was rich and I had everything. But then my father began to feel his time approaching, so he decided to send a son to the mon. I've no head for managing the estate, and they said I'd squander it. Can you imagine? Me, in a monarch.
Vale, este no es.
But you didn't have to come.
No, not if I didn't mind being left to beg alms by the city gate. I had one choice, the monastery or nothing.
What's your...
To get out of here as soon as I can.
Vale.
That's all I wanted.
Please.
Me la suda.
How is it that...
I've paid off the circators to turn a blind eye. And the other monks don't notice as long as you show your face there from time to time.
What can you tell me?
It's a tricky situation with Lucas. No one really knows anything about him.
Tell me about...
Oh, if there was a monk I'd recommend as a friend, with of course the exception of myself, it would be Antonius. He has a...
That's all.
Bueno, tal vez puedo hablar con este. A ver, puedo hablar con este de conseguir objetos.
Lockpicks.
Vale, ahí llegaremos con el Celarius, ¿no?
Pay more attention, brother. In a rush to pray.
Things will get better with the new.
Y este es el último, Jodok.
Greetings, brother.
Greetings to you.
Trouble?
You're young, perhaps intemperate. You might easily stray from the rules of the Order. I suggest you get to know...
I'm interested. What can you tell...
Oh, he's always got a smile on the new friend. But I reckon he don't belong in... I'm surprised he hasn't been thrown out already. If he was up...
Sounds like...
I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. Believe me, Gregor. He's hiding some...
Do you know any...
Only that he came to the monastery voluntarily, because he didn't want to work in his father's shop. He's always happy to help, which is more than can be said.
I'm interested in...
Nobody knows much about Lucas. He keeps himself to himself.
Do you have any grounds?
Vale, está claro que es Lucas.
Quite a lot. And also none at all.
Vale, está más que claro que es Lucas. Está clarísimo que es Lucas, tío. Pero ¿dónde está? O sea, pero si es que ya ha visto... Celarius, tío. ¿Dónde está el Celarius este? Ah, vale, esto ya es... Madre mía. Las cocinas no se pueden... A las cocinas no se puede entrar, Escucho a alguien andar.
Pay more attention. Pay more...
Pay more attention. Dios, ¿por qué siempre que yo subo una escalera así acabo en la biblioteca?
Slow down. Why such haste?
Coño. Yo no veo una mierda. Ah, esto ya es saneamiento. No me digas, aquí está... No, estaría... Aquí no es la... Esta es nuestra cama, ¿no? Hostia, no veo nada. Monje. Fuck.
Leave me be. I wanna sleep.
Fuck. Vale, pues durmamos. Madre mía, chaval. O sea, hay que despertarse aquí a las 6, supongo. ¡Mierda! Le da la puta B. La pregunta es... La pregunta es si... puedo intentar ir a por el hombre este, o sea, por Lucas, que es seguramente espío, y sacarlo fuera, directamente. Eso haría que toda esta zona se terminase. Porque vaya tía, esto va a ser largo. Joder. Y si te digo la verdad, no tengo muchas ganas de hacer aquí las misiones secundarias. Pero bueno. Lo que tenemos que hacer es irnos a... Houseboat, tenemos que hacerla. Vale, ¿dónde tengo que ir? El mayor de... A, la A. Vale, baja.
Salve.
Pay more attention, brother.
The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on the spirit of silence. Let us do what the prophet says.
Vale.
I said, I will guard my ways, that I may not sin with my tongue. I have set a guard to my mouth. I was mute and was humbled and kept silence even from good things. Here the prophet shows that if the spirit of silence ought to
Ese creo que es el Celarius,
to refrain even from good speech, so much the more ought the punishment for sin make us avoid evil words. Therefore, since the spirit of silence is so important,
¿Y si llenas la cuchara de comida, por favor?
rarely be granted even to perfect silence, even though it be for good, holy, edifying conversation. For it is written, in much speaking you will not escape sin.
Brother,
And in another place, death
where were you during Mass? Don't tell me you didn't know that Holy Mass is the foundation on which your
Pero
life
tío,
here
no
is
sé,
built.
si no sé qué hora es.
I had other affairs that needed to be attended to immediately. It will never happen again.
Brother, save your excuses for someone else.
Pero puta, pero si tenía...
This is your first warning. Don't do...
we condemn everywhere with a perpetual vow. And for such conversation,
Me han timado. Pero qué hora era, yo qué sé qué hora era la puta mierda esta.
the rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on the abbot. Therefore, when anyone receives the name of abbot,
Will you tell me something about yourself?
disciples with a
I-
twofold teaching.
I mean, where you're from.
That
What
is
sort?
to say,
I'm a novice.
as good and holy, by his deeds even more than by his words, expounding the
Come
Lord's
on.
commandments in
Why,
words to the
what has been-
intelligent among his disciples, but demonstrating the divine precepts by his actions for those of harder hearts and
Mierda,
ruder
¿qué?
minds.
Estoy comiendo al lado del
The
circo
abbot
tarzón
should
este.
always remember what he is and what he is called, and should know that to whom more is committed, from him more is required. Let him make no distinction of persons in the monastery. Let him not love one more than another, unless it be one whom he finds better in good works or in
Yeah.
obedience. And let him not shut his eyes to the faults of offenders, but, Since he has the authority, let him cut out those faults by the roots as soon as they begin to appear.
Todos están sin comer nada, me encanta.
Remembering the fate of Heli, the priest of Silo. The well-disposed and those of good understanding, let him correct with verbal admonition the first and second time.
Hay que estar mucho tiempo así.
Hard, proud, and disobedient characters, he should curb at the very beginning of their ill-doing by stripes and other bodily punishments, knowing that it is written, the fool is not corrected with words. And again, beat your son with the rod, and you will deliver his soul from death. The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on
No sé si tengo que quedarme, supongo que tengo que quedarme porque la misión dice que te quedes aquí a comer. Por favor, dejadte comer.
Who, because of the holy service they have professed, and the fear of hell, and the glory of life everlasting, as soon as anything has been ordered by the superior, receive it as a divine command, and cannot suffer any delay in executing it. But this very obedience will be acceptable to God and pleasing to men only if what is commanded is done without hesitation. Delay, lukewarmness, grumbling, or objection.
Me habéis convencido, ¿eh? Ya está. Me habéis vendido. Perfecto, estupendo. Madre mía. Deja de hablar, hijo de puta.
Who sees that his heart is murmuring, and far from gaining a reward for such work as this, he will incur the punishment due to murmurers, unless he amend and make satisfaction.
¿Se puede terminar ya esta escena? Es que no sé si puedo saltármela, tío. ¿En serio voy a tener que estar aquí 20 minutos comiendo? Me aburro. Me aburro. Me aburro. Me aburro, me aburro. Uy, Dios mío de mi alma.
Slow down, bro.
What
is it, brother?
I'm looking for some...
And what would that be exactly?
Ganzúas.
I'm looking for
lockpicks.
Me gustaría practicar el abrir puertas. Digamos que os importa.
I'd like to practice
Well, why not?
Why not?
So you heard I used to be a burglar, did you? I put it all behind me as soon as I took the vows. But I do have a few... I'll trade them for food. Get me a bite to eat, and you can have your lockpicks.
Ah, vale, pero tengo que trabajar comida. Tengo que estar aquí comiendo, joder, como un subnormal todo el día.
What do you desire, Brother Greg?
I'd like to ask you...
Se puede ser un desgraciado, tío. Vale. Vale, el menú es lento como... La B. B. Hola, hermano Neblas. Hola.
What troubles you?
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you. There's the alchemist's laboratory. You'll find ingredients in the chests next to it. Concoct 2 buck's blood potions. Once you finish them, you'll find me somewhere nearby. Don't forget to let me know when you're done so I can...
Vale.
Pay more attention, brother.
Vale, ¿qué es lo que pide? Es de sangre de... página siguiente. Sangre de ciervo. Me cago en la leche cuando...
I've read one of the manuscripts
Ahí está.
copied by one of the novices. I think I'm going to cry.
Vale.
It's that
San Juan de Interón con
More
suelda.
like infuriating.
San Juan de Interón con suelda. San Juan... Iros a mí, que...
People have no respect for righteousness.
It's a mystery. The one that'll be soon solved. It's a wonder the prior doesn't check everyone's breath in the morning. Then he'd soon get his man. What is it, brother?
I'd like to ask you.
San Juan... Era... Fuck, era... Mierda. ¡Ah! Fuera, era mucho adelante. No. Tranquilo, tranquilo. San Juan León con suelda. San Juan León con suelda. San Juan León con suelda. San Juan 2 León con suelda. Voy a tengo que buscarla otra vez. Me cago en la madre que me parió. Zasca. Zasca. Zaca. Naca. 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 Ahora. No. Esta. A ver. Pone. Necesitáis aceite, un puñado de hierba de San Juan, no sé de nada. Vale, dice. Primero es aceite. Oleum. Echamos aceite. Después dice, moled la hierba de San Juan. Moliendo. La lluvia de San Juan y después y las consueldas. Vale. Y las consueldas. Y pone que hierva durante un turno. Ah, mira, hay un corte de sonido y pensaba que había dejado de hervir. Bueno. Déjalo enfriar. Buah, chaval, madre mía. Está hirviendo aquí de la manera. Añade el diente de león, pero que no hierva. Vale. Pone que no hay que... No hay que... filtrarlo por aquí. Vale, ha funcionado. Ahí está, ya me he hecho dos. Ah, mira, lo pone aquí. Hostia, esto es... Tía, tenemos aquí el libro. Mira, pone. Hermanos novicios, a las 13 de la mañana empieza el día. A las 4 de la mañana, oración. 6 de la mañana, comida. 8 de la mañana, trabajo en el refectorio. Asignado con el hermano Neblas. 12 de la mediodía, trabajo en la biblioteca. Asignado por el hermano bibliotecario. A las 4 de la tarde, oración. 6, vísperas, cena común. 7, completas tiempo libre antes de retirarte. Vale. Ah, mira, este es. Padre Demetrius. Demetrius, el prior. Ese es el...
Salve, be well. What is it, brother?
Ahí
I finished my work.
Show me what you've made. Spectacular, Gregor. You've found your talent. Soon enough, you'll be teaching the other novices.
Vale, ¿qué hora es? Las 9. Y a las 9 tengo que hacer. Vale, hasta las 12 tengo el día libre, ¿no? Entonces. Sí. Vale, hay que encontrar la
Talk to me, brother.
Brother?
Dímelo.
What are you doing here?
You're right, brother.
This is your second...
Vale, entonces me quedo... Vale, me quedo aquí esperando. Me tengo que quedar aquí esperando hasta las 12. Qué puto aburrimiento, me cago en Dios. Uy, perdón. Un poquito antes para que me dé tiempo a llegar. Te tengo que ir sin que me descubran. Venga, ahora tendría que ir. Ah, trabajo en la biblioteca, vale. Aquí arriba, ¿no?
Get away from that cabinet. The books stood in there aren't for your eyes to see.
Ah, es este. Ah, Leonardo DiCaprio es una
What do
cirri.
you desire?
Por mis
I'm
tareas.
here to work. Good. This is most likely the first time you've ever done this in your life. But it's easier. Here's the original, and here are the blank parchments on which you'll copy what you read in the original. Is that clear? Then...
¿Puedo empezar a transcribir, por favor? Goop. ¿Me estás vacilando? A ver, pone Gum. No, pone Gum no es. Es Gum. Gum et Din. No. ¿Qué coño pone ahí, tío? A ver, hay una especie como de... Tío, ¿qué pollas pone ahí? ¿Soy tonto? No leo, no me entiendo nada. ¿Qué sé, tío? Vendí Autonaten, parece pone Celum, que eso ya lo veo más complicado. Bueno, sí puede ser, porque hay una, parece que es una Q. Da Claudendi, sí, at que parece. Esto es mucho suponer, ¿eh? Madre mía de mi amor hermoso. Dos, tres, claro, no sé qué. Arque, apriendi, protestant, traiditi. Yo qué sé. Pues, me cago en la puta, no tengo ni puta idea. Ramus. Madre mía, ahí pone Ramus. Ahí pone Ramus. Ahí pone Ramus con M. O sea, dos de los primeros. Ramus. Ut, ki. Ut. Parece que pone ut espacio ki, ¿verdad? Pero de la T no tengo claro. Ut ki it nemnom. No sé. Eso es una F. Es afectum de este. Madre mía. Si eso era latín, pero escriben como el culo, ¿eh? Vamos a entregárselo para que nos insulte, venga. Aquí tenés.
Very well done, my lad.
Ah, pues sí. ¡Eh! Pero bueno, vamos a dejarlo por aquí. 50 minutos de día en el claustro, que es... hemos fallado el primero porque no hemos ido a la... Es una cagada el no ir a comer a la oración principal porque nos han dicho ya 2 cosas malas. Pero bueno, es una putada porque ya la tercera nos van a castigar. Pero bueno, igual lo descubrimos. Así que nada. Muchas gracias por el vídeo. Espero que os haya gustado y nos vemos en futuros vídeos. Venga, mañana más y mejor.